More or Nothing.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Maul or Nothing with Ryan and Max. We've got a lot to get through, as always. Who would like to start first? Because there's like positive things I'd like to talk about your performance on TV, Ryan, and also Max. We want to talk a bit about how your week was and how the game. I know the L. Should we start? What do we think, Will? Should we start with Max?
Start with Max. Start with him being a complete loser again.
Lads.
Harsh.
For those that aren't watching, he was giving himself the loser sign. That's going to sound brutal when people just listen to the show. Me just tear straight in with loser again. But Max was doing the loser sign first.
It was a windswept, dark, eerie night down the wreck. And our nemesis, the men in blue, black and white, fought at us through Finn Russell's boot right at the end. But, mate, it was a good game. It was fun up until that point. First half it got sketchy at points. Ollie Lawrence was doing a good impression of Marnonu, and it was quite compelling on field. He was troubling at times.
Troubling, to say the least. He was a slippery little fucker, wasn't he? No one could get hold of him.
It wasn't even the slipperiness. It was like, even if he did run at a geese, they were just getting bamboozled. Bump.
Well, I'll tell you what, I hope Pat's had a word with some of the boys tackling, because fuck yeah, now what were they up to? Just tackling.
But no matter who he's playing, he does that all the time, doesn't he? Weekend to weekend, he's troubling. He's a defender beating freak show, and he's got some horsepower under the hood.
He did go well, to be fair to him.
But yeah, it was
the amount of tackle breaks he had. It's absolute madness.
Yeah, sadly I didn't get to test a suspension out on that guy, but mate, it was good. Yeah, Dunny. Mate, so Matt Gallagher makes this big line break. I'm at the end of it. I managed to get over the ball, and I could just hear the impending doom coming my way. Just this, when it's like a fair bit of distance, and you can just hear the Type 5 coming for your soul when you're in that position. It's like Dunny and Benno just steamroll me out the back of it, and he's just like, have that knacker. I was just like, oh my God, here we go. But yeah, Dunny just giving me it all.
Did he have a word with you about the clip that went out about him being a complete lunatic when he gets dropped?
Yeah, he loved it, obviously. He loves it, yeah. He absolutely loved it.
Same with George Turner. I was like, mate, is it true? And he was like, it is true, to be fair. It is true.
Badge of honour, innit? Everyone wants to be the unhinged loon on their team. And those blokes in particular take great pride in it.
Yeah, I think they do. Secretly, very proud of that, they were.
Very proud that they're somewhat sociopathic individuals.
Max, do you not do celebrations on the field?
Max Cam. God, Mark, I'm with you. Actually,
fucking,
it rings a bell. He just turns around and walks off.
Mate. Mate, so Magnus scores, right? And I'm
it's only 6 minutes in as well.
So don't give the dusted bit.
I am concentrating on breathing. Genuine. I want to get back. I want to do my 2-3 breath on 3. 1, 2, 3. And just suck in the sweet, sweet West Country air when I get there. Because, and also, it's 6 minutes in. I should get... Yeah, no, you're right. I probably should do more about, bringing the energy to the boys. But
100%. That's so funny you mentioned that, Mark, because now thinking about it, when I watched bits back, I was like, what's he up to there? Player cam, they score a try. It's like you don't like Maggie. That's what it looks like. It's like,
no, I love Maggie. Maggie's probably one of my besties.
Yeah, I know. And that's
what? I know, lads, I noticed that as well. I was actually a little bit ashamed of myself. But in fairness, for some reason before that game, I was really wrecked in anxiety. I was very nervous before that game, more than usual. So I was somewhat still in the sort of confines of that cocoon.
Why do you reckon that is? Do you reckon it's because of, obviously, you didn't play the week before? Or
yeah, probably.
Because a lot of the boys do well. You're back. It's a derby match.
So I'm back. I'm back at the old Abbey, and I think that game against Exeter being dropped, and then I'm thinking, okay, I've got to just do my job here, do it well. And I think that was there was a bit of anxiety around making mistakes, or maybe the scrum imploding, etc. And everything.
So you reckon you tired yourself out with anxiety?
I reckon that's an absolute thing. Let's be honest. You could psychosomatically just destroy your energy source by just overthinking. That is a thing. You see chess players, they like burn through like 6,000 calories, those grandmasters. I could do that by just worrying about my job in a rugby match.
Oh, but yeah, honestly, it did look like you, like Maggie scores, and you're like, oh, fuck you, not him.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
I love that bloke. By the way, he's an absolute champion.
Yeah, but we've got to work on you. We've got to work on you, like things like that, mate. You've got to be giving.
Do you know what? As a younger player, I used to be all that like NFL emotion, like fully like giving it the big uns every time I got like a decision, like Ben Earl vibes when I was like mid-20s, and then I just saw it slowly. Was like, yeah, nah, no more of that.
Because I've been involved with people like Gregor Townsend at one point, right? It was the whole thing around. Do you remember? I think it was Pep Guardiola when he was at Barcelona hired someone to watch his bench. So they filmed the bench, and when players scored, they sort of looked at the reactions of the teammates on the bench, and all the people that just sat, didn't even celebrate, didn't give a fuck, they were all gone the next season. The people that were team men that all got up and cheered and loved it, he was all over it. He was like, they're the people you want in your team, right? So Gregor Townsend had the similar sort of thing when we did something at Scotland. But the problem was he told us that the bench...
So everyone was just full ham sandwich.
Right, like,
yeah.
The small... You fucking come on! So I think it worked the other way.
On the bench, I'm pretty good actually. On the bench, I'll give it a few fist bumps and etc. etc. I'm actually fine because there's like I'm out now, so now I can just fully engage and spectating and being a part of it. I will give it. I do give it some when the boys are going.
Who's the best hype man that you've come across in your career? You know, not necessarily on the field, but you're just like, oh, makes me feel great.
If it was like a pre-match speech. I particularly like Ellis Genges. They're very emotionally evoking. Like you get weird, you want to go medieval, hit the black gates of Mordor. But if it's like on field or around the club, Elliot Stooke's pretty good. Like even when it's the darkest of dark times, that man can put a pep in people's step. He's just world class for that. Who else is John Afoa? Very good hype man, class. He knows. He just knows exactly when to do it and when not to. Like he can switch it on, switch it off. If it's getting too silly, he like switches it off. But then if he's feeling like he's got like a very good empathic sense of where the team's at, and he's just like on it. He's great.
Wills?
I quite like the, you know, when you go in and it's a Monday and everyone's like, I quite like not a hype man. I like the person that sort of goes really dark. I was like, oh, this is shit, isn't it, boys? And it's
yeah.
Like, what would you
Gallows? You mean?
I'm thinking like a Richie Gray, who's very good at playing it like, yeah, buzzing boys, come, you know, back in it, just an absolute sapper, but saps in a good way that makes everyone laugh and enjoy it.
Yeah. Those people are important. Those people are very important. You know, the greatest sapper of all time is Carl Eastmond, mate. I looked forward. So at one point I couldn't drive till about 29. I got my license, right?
What?
Yeah. Let's
no. We're parking on that. Excuse the pun. Whoa. We are parking. Of course you didn't get your driving license.
Bro, I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those guys in Clifton, like who sees a diesel car and undoes the tires. No, I'm joking.
Max, are you joking? Did you actually not get your driving license till 29?
I'd like to tell you that I am jesting, but I'm not. No.
Fucking that! It makes so much sense. It makes so much fucking sense.
So don't act so surprised, right?
Probably get round to it. Nah, fucking yeah.
You know, he was scheduled to have it. She didn't make it, and then 10 years later,
no, that's Mark's
passed your theory test when you were like 16 or something. And then
Mark's very close to the core of it. Actually, that's true.
What made you 29 finally get a driving license?
I was just sliding time to grow up, I think.
29.
I'll tell you what, Irish had a micro scooter. Can you imagine 117 kilo geezer just pedaling down the avenue on a micro scooter?
Hold on. And then you go Bath, where you could just literally walk.
Bath was Carl Eastmond, Benno.
Then you went off to Australia, so I'm guessing it was
Australia. That was lifts with Ben Meehan. Great lad. That's how he got me into country music. Actually, great times. In the back of the queue.
When you got back to Bristol, you were like, "I've got to grow up."
Okay, it's time. It's time. We need to get this done now. Come on.
Yeah, sorry. Well, anyway, going back to Carl Eastmond, so you should get lifted with him.
Oh, mate, I would look forward to going because I wanted his review of Mike Ford, the day, how everything was, our coaching strategy, the plan, and mate, this bloke could wax lyrical. He could denigrate the most beautiful thing that ever existed and make it seem so ugly. Mate, unbelievable Sappa. And what made it even better was his Manc accent is so strong. So it's just even better. It's so colourful. Oh, he was truly
did he do it in a funny way though, or was he actually just a Sappa?
Well, no, I thought it was funny. I genuinely, I was in hysterics every time. I thought it was a stand-up routine. Every time I got in the car, I was sitting there in his nice wrap G-Wagon, and he was saying how bad everything was. I was like, looks pretty sweet to me from here, pal. As he returned to his pad with the home cinema, etc., etc. Oh, mate, he was such a champ. I loved him.
He was one of those players that I just always thought was so fucking good.
He might have not had the longest of windows, but I think because of changing sports, etc., changing codes of rugby and stuff, I thought at one point he was one of the best players in the Premiership for a while. He was absolute class act.
And where is he now? Sorry,
he's retired now. Yeah, I should give him a bell actually. Hear what he has to say about that. That would be good. We should get him on actually. That's the guy. Lads, I'm gonna get him.
Yeah, that's a great shout. We should get him on and
he would
wind him up and let him go.
Oh, it could be outstanding. Get the popcorn ready.
It's because is Ben Earl not coming on? So
no,
we've probably got space.
Still waiting on that message back, Ben. If you're listening.
Nice. Right, just going back though, Ryan. You hadn't finished when Gregor told you that you were going to be filmed. Were you guys going absolutely when there was a tackle or
I think there was definitely because there's no point in doing it unless you don't know it's happening, right? Because then you get false reactions. But because the boys knew it was happening, it was. Do you know what? I think it actually came from Damien Hughes. So he was like our psychologist at Scotland. He came in and he was our psychologist at Scotland, and he had done a load of books. He'd written a book on Anthony Joshua, and he'd gone and done a load of stuff with Pep Guardiola. So it was him telling Gregor about it. But yeah, I think the way they went about it was completely and utterly wrong because people were just being ridiculous on the bench. But I do see where they're going with it. I understand why it works. And also, the power of a good teammate and all that sort of stuff. But
sorry, Ryan. I will celebrate better from now on.
Yeah. Well, because another thing we genuinely had was Tony used to get fucking raging when he would watch everyone go in and celebrate. And if you just walk back like Max did, he would go mental. But why are you not celebrating with teammates? So there's a point where if someone scores, wingers, fullbacks, wherever you are, you had to come in and almost touch the player that had scored. You had to celebrate with them. And although it felt forced, it was something I just always did anyway. I'd always go and try and celebrate with whoever had scored. But it was trying to create this subconscious thing and go in and actually touch the person. So there's so much stuff around it, isn't there? I think I enjoyed it because I thought, I think it's good. You should celebrate. So, Matt.
You're right. There's power in that. There's definitely power in it.
More hype.
But you know what you could do it instead? You've seen, I think it's, who's the bald hooker? Is it Yendel at X-Men?
Oh, yeah.
They did that one, don't they, where they shove their hand in her face. So they just give it the old...
the face hugger.
Yeah. I mean, I'll always have certain ones. I like kissing people. Just going straight in on the lips.
Probably start slower than that, Max.
Lads, watch the next try that's scored. I'll be like horizontal through the air.
Mate, we are watching you now.
I watch you.
mean,
I want you to get your hands off your hips as well.
Yeah,
I wasn't that hippie. I wasn't that hippie that game, was I?
Mate. Yeah. I think I just need to see you on your toes a bit more and hands off your hips.
Oh, fuck it. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
That's actually hurt me. So hands on off hips and celebrate more.
Yeah, and I reckon celebrate with a bird bath after last week. Just pull out the bottom of your shorts.
It'd be Magnus doing the bird bath, but I got it. I mean,
Max, did you see? I don't know if you've seen Ryan at work the other day. Now we got a couple of things.
I saw you got a shout out for being the absolute future of punditry, old Bean.
Well, turns out I'm pretty good at it.
So you're just chummy. You're right up in there. You're just arms around shoulders.
Oh, boys, it's easy. You just
bum taps all round.
Be yourself. Just be yourself. That's it.
Just be yourself.
Yeah, I think there's like a
motivational coach.
You were getting around the boys at the end.
Oh yeah,
it was very local, quite touching. Like it was like you sort of dropped the veneer of media trained sort of clones from them. Very, very well played.
That is what I'm going for, though. That's what I want. I don't just want to say the same shit and do the same thing.
Yeah,
right.
I think the way you approach it's good. Like you get right in amongst it, quite intimate. It doesn't make it so official. Microphone in the face, you know.
I'm enjoying it, boys. I do enjoy it, but fuck, I still would rather be out there playing. Like everyone's like, "Oh, you must be loving it. It's so good," and I'm like, "Yeah, I do, but I still want to play." So on that note, I'm actually training with Glasgow tomorrow. No, not big news. Not big news. I'm training with Glasgow tomorrow for the URC. I'm already 4 weeks into the punditry game, but I'm already changing the game. It's happening. I'm going to warm up with the Glasgow Warriors team this weekend, whilst being earpiece in, mic'd up, line-outs, scrums, mauls, the lot.
Will you go up in the line-outs and stuff?
Yeah. And so they're going to go, we're going to jump down to Ryan Wilson, who's been warming up with the Glasgow team. And I'll be like, oh, boys, yeah, all good down here. So
I think those warm-ups are an absolute farce, by the way. They're way too hard. Why are they so hard? Half an hour. You're using up half an hour of your ammunition. Do you know what I mean?
It's true. I could see it after 6 minutes on you. It's true. They've gone too hard.
He's had a big warm-up today.
Oh, lads, I'm working on it. Trust me, right? I'm working on it. I've been in the lab.
No, I'm with you. I know. I was, but I suppose this is it. It's how you go about it, because I just used to try and take it easy. I'd sit out on the wing, take it easy, not really hit the bags too hard. I wouldn't even. Do you know what's crazy? Right? I'd warm up and get my body ready for training more than I would a game. I wouldn't do any contact before a game because I don't want to hurt myself before a game. I didn't want to go with any niggles. So I'd rather go in cold. I'd rather just turn up and play.
Yeah, not completely cold, but some of these warm-ups are ferocious, mate. They're like, the intensity is wild. I don't, I'd rather a bit more autonomy around them, but it is what it is. You just get on with it, don't you? I'm sure all the sports scientists have done their research.
Yeah, they will have done, I'm sure. But if you edit your way, a couple beetroot shots and you're skipping rope that you don't jump over, and that's you.
That's actually not far off. Maybe one live scrum and a couple of line speed things, and that's it. Yeah, nailed it.
Because I mean, yeah, line speed. That's it. Well, you never go up to top. You never get to top speed in a game, would you?
No. I rarely kind of get to that sort of velocity. Sadly, very sad, because that's a trait I much admire, but I don't get to use it too much.
There's a few things I'm learning as well, by the way, in the punditry game. Like apparently, you're not really meant to eat whilst you're commentating. I was trying to open a packet of biscuits, right, whilst.
It's a terrible idea. Yeah,
but I fucking Marks had bought these lovely Marks and Spencer's chocolate chip cookies, and they were just
how good are those?
I'm just like, I've got to get one of them. So wherever I put the packet, it was still like, and I was like, down here, like, what is going on? In the end, I was just like, bloody.
No. What you should have done is taken a stack of them out and just put them on the bench in front of you.
No, just opening the motherfucker. It was.
Oh yeah, no, mate. Those all butter Marks and Spencer's things are wild because they've got the foil, but then they've got that plastic tray of absolute sonorousness. So
Why
loud.
then? Why did you need to do it then?
No, but
Fucking way.
My man.
This is the beauty of it, boys. I just went, bloody hell, this biscuit packet's noisy.
Good work.
Yeah, and then people go, "Oh, love it." You know, he's not even trying to hide it. He's just, I'm having some biscuits whilst I'm commentating. What's the problem?
Yeah, it was good. Nice moment with what's his name? The young lock. Yeah, Max Williamson's mum happened to be there. So sweet.
Max, and the best thing is, right, his face. I'm like, do you know your cap number yet? Because everyone obviously gets their cap number when they first make an appearance for Glasgow. And he's like, no. And you can just hear this woman behind like, 355. And I was like, that's weird. And I was like, oh, is this your mum? And you could tell his eyes, he was like, please no, don't interview my mum. I'm like, here we go.
Fear in front of Ryan. Yeah.
But lovely. Hey, get the family involved. It's very nice. I enjoy it.
Anyway, continuing around, couple of games in the Prem. Quick one on Henry Slade, showing some pretty big cojones with that kick at the death.
Yeah, heartbreaking for Gloucester though. Oh my god, they played so well. But yeah, Slady with is your biggest bars of steel. He just sunk it, and Gloucester's hearts. Mate, fair play.
There was the fan shushing. Did you see that when Gloucester scored, and then it focused in on a Gloucester fan, and he was going like this? Finn's created. He's created something.
He has.
You see the ticket prices now for Prem games?
No, I don't. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. How much is a ticket for a Premiership rugby match?
So,
I'm going to look
at the Rec, if you're sitting on an uncovered seat at one of the ends, £83 sterling.
Fuck.
You are joking me. £83 for a ticket.
If you're a child, though, I think it's cheaper. A lot.
Oh my fucking! That is crazy. I can't believe that. I actually can't.
But it was a full Rec. So can you imagine? What's that? 14,000 people paying at a minimum price about 80 odd quid. It's pretty bad. I mean, that's.
Hold on, no. Mark, right? You're the only one that could probably answer on these because myself and Max have never actually bought a ticket to a rugby match. I bought one to the pre-season match in Béziers, which was an absolute rip-off. I'm still yet to reimburse that. Oh, fucking hell. The only ticket I've ever bought. But yeah, Mark, is that how much you pay? Like, what if you went down to Harlequins? How much would you pay for a ticket?
Their season ticket is actually brilliant value, right? So,
well, were they at the weekend? Lovely segment working into it there because they got hammered by Saracens at the weekend, who were very, very good.
They were very good. Very, very good. Scrum time, they were quite dominant, which was surprising given. Although I thought the refs' interpretations were a bit funky. I thought Sarries got away with a lot there, but around the part, yeah, the usual faces did bad things. Like Maro Toji's coming into some form again. He's looking very dangerous.
Yeah, chat of him today, by the way, of getting his salary halved, so he's looking to get out of there ASAP and go to France. I don't rate him that much.
But you've got to. Okay. Are you basing that on just like the past few seasons?
Yeah, I probably am. Yeah, I just watch and just don't think.
No, I think he's up to no good now. But I sort of get where you're coming from. I think he had some kind of health condition. I'm not sure what.
Well, that's what Jamie George said in the post. I think the post match, like he's back basically.
Yeah, I think he looks a lot more like himself of old.
And then obviously Tom Willis dropping the ball over the line and the bench.
Oh, yes, Mako was loving life.
But Tom Willis Townsend and fought that bench.
He looked hard. He was crestfallen, wasn't he?
I mean,
it was a sort of odd way to fall, though. Like he's like wresting the ball back round, takes an awkward catch. He's like done the hit spin a lot can go wrong. A lot can go wrong.
Oh, and it was the way that he looked so gutted as well. He was absolutely devastated, and the whole bench, they're like slapping each other on the back, laughing.
I know it. Yeah.
That is not the Pep Guardiola way.
No, that's anti-Pep.
But it was quite funny, and that's what you want to keep that in there. I mean,
in the context of the scoreline, it was okay.
If you're Maro Itoje though, right, and you've effectively found out that they're gonna halve your salary because there's only space for one marquee player, and that's going to Owen Farrell, it appears. You don't. I mean, that's even at any level, however much money he's on, and he's on a lot apparently, but it's still halving your income. You don't stick around, do you? It's that simple.
No. How much do you reckon he's on, Mark? Just throw a figure.
800.
Do you know that, or you reckon that?
That's what's written where he will go from to, and it could be. And if he can totally correct, that would be amazing. But it will go from 800 to 400.
Max, what, Max? What? I mean, 14 years. I don't think I even amassed that. I can't. Are you joking? Is he actually on 800 grand?
Look, that's what I mean. Jeepers, these are some bad.
I'm taking that as gospel. Mark said he's on 800 grand. He's on 800 grand, Max. I can't believe.
No, I heard that was Adam Coleman at Irish.
Yeah. That's another one. Yeah, and that was part of the. Yeah.
How many lock forwards are worth 800 grand?
It sounds terrible, doesn't it? I just don't think they are worth that.
You don't think like an RG Steinman or an Evanet Smith might be worth
not
that?
800 grand. No, I fucking no way.
So who would you give 800 grand to?
So who are you paying 800 grand?
Do you know what I think is crazy? Right, with this whole thing is the fact that you've got the marquee signings, right?
Yeah.
So you will have someone in your team that is on 50 grand a year that puts in just as much effort and everything, right? And grass and fucking goes in and does everything he can and probably does more. And then you've got someone coming in and get 800 fucking grand. That is absolute madness to have that in one team. Because if you look at football, they're all paid stupid money. And as you go down, they're all paid stupid money.
Yeah, no, salary discrepancy in rugby is wild, but mate,
hell.
Let's be honest. It's the capitalist world we live in. That's just how it is.
Who's worth 800 grand? What forward is worth 800 grand right now?
What forward is worth 800 bags right now?
Malcolm Marks. Not because he just gives you a bit of everything. I just don't think Locks don't do enough. Locks just don't do enough.
I don't know, man. There's some locks who do some funky stuff now.
So what about someone like Courtney Laws, right? Who can play lock and play back row and fucking does everything effectively and will always be like ambassador, all of this. He's worth 800 bells, surely.
Nah, 300 grand a year. That's
just like a fucking judge jury.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Where's the in between though? I mean, I've never heard of guys on like 600, 700, and then suddenly geezer's on 800.
Guys, this is according to like the Daily Mail, and like, come on, he's probably not on that much. But
that's true. I know nothing. But going back to your question, Mark, yeah, mate, 100%. If he's getting his salary halved, he needs to go to Top Qatar's, get absolutely cashed up, mate. They will love him out there.
And you've got blokes down in Wales that are struggling to get like 30 grand contracts
with caps. With a lot of caps.
Quick words, and obviously you both can't. I mean, I know Ryan, you go. Someone shouting the N-word at him after the game at Exeter. What the fuck? I mean, what the fuck is wrong with people?
Yeah, you would have thought that shit would have been stamped out long ago, but apparently it's still around, which is very, very fucking disturbing. But man, it's just behaviour you gotta just absolutely abhor, and you can clearly see it's very much offender do go online, sadly. But yeah, shocking behaviour.
Yeah,
but
no bloody place for it. And like I said, fucking get them out of the game. I'm sure they'll find them and get rid of them.
Quick word, Welsh Rugby, 4 of the last 6 places in the URC. I mean, basically everybody knows that was going to happen, right, with tiny squads and no one getting any money.
Yeah, I think they did see that at the beginning of the season. The mess that the Welsh Rugby Union's in, I think we're not surprised that they're down there.
Didn't all South African teams lose that weekend?
Yeah, so I think it is 4 Irish and 2 Scottish at the top. I think it just shows the effect of obviously missing so many of the World Cup stars as well. You got to think of that. Scotland got theirs back early, unfortunately. But obviously the South African players are finally back. See, Big Kitsy is in Belfast. God, that man's going to have a shock.
Why is he going to have a shock?
Can you imagine? Imagine going from fucking Cape Town, right, and landing in Belfast and being like, what the fuck is this? Missing with rain. Freezing cold. But yeah, URC looking strong. Best league around this.
Finally, word on that. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Max, there was an element of slight stuffiness with regards from the Prem towards the sort of pro, the back in the day, whatever, the Pro 12, the Rabo League, all of that. Now this funky URC that's doing so well, and with the Prem not doing so well. Do you not think did you not feel that? Yeah. Did you not ever sort of have a slight underlying arrogance?
Yeah. How many teams won the Heineken Cup back then? Munster a few times, and then Leinster once with Rocky Elsom, and then they started to dominate. Is that fair to say? I'd say that's fair.
Probably up there a bit more. Ospreys?
No, never got.
Did they not compete?
Cardiff got to that first final against Breve.
Cardiff Blues with Xavier Rush, Martin Williams. They were pretty strong, but it was not the same as it is now. I'd say back then the Guinness or the Zurich Premiership was way more stars. It was star-studded teams everywhere. No. They were attracting internationals from the Southern Hemisphere all the time. But yeah, now I would say the tables are turned. Yeah, or are
Super
turning.
League, Wills, you called it a long time ago.
Super League, yeah.
Alun Wyn Jones retiring finally. He's hung up the boots, boys. He had his final hurrah down in Toulon, and then
how does that work? Why is he retired on that game?
Medical joker he went down there for.
It was a medical joker. Got you. Understood.
Because you would have thought, it would have been that Barbars game. You'd just call it there, but I think maybe he had to go down. And other news, bloody hell, this is like news round. I'm just flicking through the news stories there. But other news, Richard Cockerell finally gets found out again. Gets the sack from Montpellier.
What do you mean found out again?
Say it. You can say it.
The boys hated him at Edinburgh. Absolutely hated him at Edinburgh. He was
but from what I gathered from him at Edinburgh was he was effective in the short term.
What? They're fucking terrible results.
Did he not make them better?
No.
Not at all.
They were pretty poor, but no, they didn't get much better, I don't think. And to be fair, they're looking a lot better now. My poor old mate Ali Price has gone over there. It does not sit right with me looking at him in an Edinburgh jersey. It's horrible to see. But no, I don't think he made him better. And he's been papped out of Montpellier already. And they reckon that Ian Foster and Joe Schmidt could be the next coaches in at Montpellier. Now that'll be more than 800 grand getting thrown around.
They're good.
That'll be a lot more than 800 grand getting thrown around. Holy hecker.
Yeah, those blokes can write blank checks nowadays.
I read that on the French side, they're saying Bernard Laporte might be making his kind of way back in as well in the structure somehow, having been excommunicated from everything.
Mate, I heard he was the ultimate crazy as well.
Really? What? Go on.
Apparently his halftime talks were mental. If you were down, he was lobbing stuff at you. Boys were telling me in that Toulon team when he took over, he was so crazy, unhinged anger control. Sounds quite funny though, because when you look at Bernard Laporte, you don't really see an angry person. You sort of see the caricature of a vulture, and he's just apparently completely enraged. I just find it quite fascinating.
There we go. Things happening at Montpellier. We'll talk about French rugby, boys. Quick word on our favourite scrum half, Antoine Dupont, choosing to place in sevens.
I can't believe this. So he's genuinely not going to play in the Six Nations. I can't believe it.
That is so wild, isn't it? I quite like it though. I quite like
There's this whole sort of narrative as well as that it was meant to be, right? He's the biggest global superstar, and he was meant to win the World Cup, and then he hasn't done that. So go and win this go and win the Olympics.
So who else is going?
They
Damian
reckon
Pennell?
probably Penno, Sekou Makalu, the absolute freak show all-round athlete that.
Yeah, freak show. My
and
God,
potentially I read a couple of things where Mavaka maybe or Arthur Vincent as well.
But are these boys going to be better than 7 specialists? That's the question.
I think the sports has speciated so much now over the years. I think they'll be shocked. I think they might be shocked.
Like Antoine Dupont, I don't think. I think he is pretty much a 7. It looks like a 7s player, could get away as a 7s player. But I'm with you. I think I
think scrum halves. Yeah, like they've got that sort of the engine it takes for that game. But
well, boys, come on! That we had a good chat with in Cardiff with Michael Hooper, talking about getting into. He was going to switch to do the 7s, and it was going to be announced quite soon. But he was like, "I need to join basically now because I need to get into it." Yeah.
He understands. I think he gets it. Yeah. But he was talking about whether he has the speed, like the toe for it. Like, you remember that? He says, "I've got a good engine." Obviously, he does. But does he have like the sheer athleticism to like put up with guys like USA, Fiji, etc.? That's
they just have him in the middle way, like.
Yeah, like, mate, that's good. That's hard. That's a hard game, man.
Yeah.
Okay, but just for fun, fellas, just dropping this on you. I would like your combined Team GB 7s from 15s, obviously, without totally disrespecting the current contracted 7s players for each of the home nations. But I would like your 7 players that you would choose from 15s currently to go and play for Team GB, who haven't qualified as of yet, but for in the Olympics next year.
Okay, so you have Lewis Rees-Zammit because he's the quickest winger.
So you start that way out. Okay, we're starting out on the wing, right? Okay.
Lewis Rees-Zammit. That's a good shout. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I'm throwing Marcus Smith in the mix.
Okay, so your fly half is Marcus Smith.
What do you reckon, Max? You with that?
Yeah, I think his manipulation of space is pretty singular. Yeah, I'd put him in there. Now you need like some kind of wolfish back rower. I could think of one.
Go on.
Do you reckon Benny Earl could do it? Do you reckon he could shed a few kilos? I think he's got the athleticism.
So he's your prop, right?
I'd have Darcy Graham on the other wing.
Oh, great shout.
Okay, so you've got Darcy Graham, Lewis Rees-Zammit.
Who's an absolute like Henry Arundel.
Yes,
that is a good. You get him a lot.
Yeah, but then you've got no beef in your back. You've got no beef in your back line. They've got imagine they've got whoever the new Tuisova is. Fiji have got the new Tuisova in there. They've got your Nakarawas and every single type of human being. And you guys have picked 5 wingers.
We've still got time. I'd say we've still got time. Relax.
Hold on. So who are we going then?
Yeah, I don't know. I reckon who would be good? Louis Ludlam.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think he's got like a different gravy engine, and he's big enough to sort of throw himself about.
Courtney Lawes.
Does he have top end toe?
What? Well, who's quicker out of those two? How do you reckon? You reckon Ludlam's quicker than Courtney Lawes?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I think you never get to see Courtney Lawes out in the open though.
You've just had Ollie Lawrence fucking tear you boys a new arsehole.
Yeah, but I feel like actually that's a good shot. He could be really good.
Who's the quickest player at Bristol?
I think Siva Nalago. Oh, he's English qualified. He's in.
Is he?
Yeah, he's straight in, bro. This guy's a fucking juggernaut, boys. He's horrible.
There you go.
Yeah, Siva's in, boys.
Would he choose to play for England? He's not going to choose to play for England, is he?
Yeah, I think he would, yeah. He'd represent the army and stuff. He's the man.
Right, have we got enough players?
No, because you've got fucking 5 wingers, 1 fly half, and you've got...
No, but you can play Siva at prop, 100%. He's a big goose, but he runs like, on the GPS, he's busting some mad numbers.
No, hang on. Duan van der Merwe prop, right? 1 prop, Duan van der Merwe. Other prop, fucking Ben Earl. And then some nuggety 7 who plays at hooker. Who's that? Jack Morgan, there you
I
go.
think Mitchell's
Fucking
the-
hell, come on. Front row, Earl, Morgan, Van der Merwe.
Hooker. Van der
Who's
Merwe
your
would be fun, but does it? What's his tank like?
I think, he doesn't turn that well.
Bro, that's
that's why you got him in as a
flesh
prop.
to move around. I reckon you get some cool stuff happening. 100%. God, that'd be so fun. Do you remember Middlesex Sevens?
Nah, never went.
Oh, mate, it was class. It was like all the Prem teams would enter a team and then like Samurai International would enter the team. But like some Prem teams took it real seriously, so they'd load up back in the day when they had like some horrible freak shows. And then you'd play against like an international invitational sevens team of like guys playing around the circuit, like Samurai. And mate, there were some unbelievable games. Irish back in the day were savage because they had like Stefan Armitage, Dylan Armitage, Tanguy Thackenbauer and that playing. So you just see them just absolute. And then some teams didn't take it too seriously, so they like Leicester would send like the academy lads, and they just get chewed up. It was awful. But Wasp would take it seriously. Like Christian Wade would just destroy the place. Tom Vandel would make a couple of appearances. He was unbelievable at sevens.
Right, okay, so what have we got? We've got Ben Earl, Ollie Lawrence, Jack Morgan, hooker.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Wingers.
So put Ollie Lawrence a prop. Hooker, sorry.
Darcy Graham and Lewis Rhys-Dammit.
But we want Arundel in there, don't we?
And we want Arundel and Marcus Smith in the middle.
Yeah,
that's
enough? It. That's 7.
That's it. There we go. Done.
So Jack Morgan, Ben Earl props, Ollie Lawrence hooker, Marcus Smith at 9, Henry Arundel at 10, then Darcy Graham and Lewis Rhys-Dammit on the wings.
Yeah. We're lacking a bit of height, but I like it.
Literally just got the fastest team who will never get the ball, ever.
Yeah.
That's right.
Ben Earl, Jack Morgan.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Just want to do another little shout out to our wonderful fans who have been sending in their rumours for the rumour Maul. Do not hesitate to email us whenever you want. DM myself, Max, and Mark. Mark loves it more than anyone. Send over your rumours, your dirty gossip, whatever you want, rugby or not rugby.
Whatever you want.
True or not true. Send it to us, and we will do it every 2 or 3 weeks. We're going to do the rumour Maul, and we need some wonderful content of yours. We hope you enjoyed the last one. Don't forget to do it. And also, another big one is make sure you jump onto Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to this podcast, and subscribe, follow, because that's the only thing that helps us, Max. What do we want them to do?
Wherever you're watching or listening to our inane ramblings, please subscribe, follow, and like the show.
And if you are listening or watching right now, click that little square with the arrow and send it to a mate. And make them listen to it and get them to follow and subscribe. And we grow, we blossom, Max, and we get very, very famous and very, very rich. And of course, as always, just want to say a massive thank you to our sponsors. That is Wolf Craig Distillers. They've been with us all the way so far, boys. We're on episode 11. I can't believe it. And Christmas is coming. So go and get your stocking fillers. They've got these lovely little cassettes we spoke about last time. 3 different types of whiskey, and their gin. You can jump on there, jump on the website, go and have a look at what they're doing. But a big thank you again to Wolf Craig. Head over to Max.
wolfcraig.com.
And sadly, that is all the time we've got left for this week. A huge thank you to Ryan and to Max as always, and to you all. Keep those comments coming in, keep subscribing, and keep liking, and we will see you all next week.
More or nothing.